The music may be a little off-key, but there is no mistaking the harmony at Hamilton College these days. The Continentals are undefeated and ranked #1 in the NCAA's Division III, home for schools like Hamilton, a prestigious liberal arts college in upstate New York. Hamilton can't offer athletic scholarships. It's a place where sport retains much of its purity, its innocence, a place where grade point, not scoring average, takes precedence.
Hamilton and most of Division III keeps things in the proper perspective, and I've grown to really enjoy that type of atmosphere.
In the last 20 years, Murphy has won nearly 80% of his games, while graduating 98% of his players. His star student athletes this year include center Mike Smith, a math major who leads Division III in rebounding, All-America forward Mike Nelson, a geology major who last summer studied phosphate levels at a local lake, and guard Peter Mason, an honor student on a team averaging 1,200 on its SATs.
Every one of us is paying to go to school here, and that means we're paying to get an education, not to play basketball. And basketball is a fringe benefit.
It's a feeling found all over campus, especially the library, often a bigger attraction than a top-rated team.
We're a small school and we don't play big-name schools, and people enjoy going to games, but it's not that big a deal.
Hamilton's biggest basketball deal, a shot at a national championship, isn't going to happen. A conference rule safeguarding academics prohibits teams from participating in tournaments that last more than a week beyond the regular season, cutting this dream season short.
We all knew it coming in here. We all knew that we wouldn't be able to go to the championships, but when you have a season like this, it really starts to hit home.
So on this small, affluent campus, the Continentals fight on, living a season full of perfection and now frustration. A season, however, when judged by different measures, seems to have hit all the right notes. Armin Katayan, ABC News, Clinton, New York.
The LA Gear College Basketball Report. Brought to you by Catapult, with the anti-fatigue rebound mechanism that you can actually feel from LA Gear. Now from our studio in New York, here's John Saunders.
Hello and welcome back to ABC's College Basketball. You know, this time of year, all the college world is reaching for basketball glory. But in at least one case, glory has also led to disappointment. Beth Ruyak explains.
At Hamilton College in upstate New York, a basketball player is treated the same as a member of the choir, the same as a writer for the school paper.
No student ever comes to Hamilton College just to play basketball. The tuition here is over $20,000 a year, and the average SAT score is over 1,200. But the coach admits this year's team did provide a challenge to the Hamilton philosophy.
The Continentals were 26-0 until this final game against Potsdam State. At the buzzer, they were a few points shy of keeping that perfect record, yet still at the top of Division III polls. But the team has been denied a chance at a national championship because of this 1971 rule in its New England Small College Athletic Conference. Tournaments must be completed within 8 days of the end of the conference schedule.
And this was a hard one to swallow because our kids, it's not hard for me, but I felt bad for our kids because they really felt, if given the opportunity, they had a legitimate shot at winning it all.
You know coming in as a freshman that you're not going to be able to go to the tournament, but when you come in, you really don't think about it a whole lot.
It hurts inside because we've played so well over the year, and it's hard to tell whether we'd be able to compete with the best in the country.
Murphy has coached here 20 years and accepted the rule, but he now believes the team should be able to play on if the tournament doesn't interfere with the academic schedule.
The institution ought to be able to make that decision by themselves. I don't think they should hide behind a conference rule.
We wanted to avoid it at all costs, increasing the importance of athletics so that it would intrude in any way on the academic side of college life.
I think most of the athletic directors would like to see the teams go on. However, the athletic directors don't make the rules in the conference. The presidents of the university, and actually that's what I think is healthy about the conference, is the presidents are running the conference.
Even so, in January, the ADs appealed to the presidents to change the rule, but
they decided to keep the rule as it was for at least another 3 or 4 years. So, it's going to be at least another 3 or 4 years before any teams from our conference play for a national championship.
This has been the LA Gear College Basketball Report, brought to you by Catapult, with the anti-fatigue rebound mechanism that you can actually feel from LA Gear.
Hamilton College is an NCAA Division III school in Clinton, New York. It supports 25 men's and women's programs, including men's basketball.
It has a mascot that dances, a band that plays, and students who harass opposing teams, free throw shooters, and the referees. Pretty common stuff in the world of NCAA basketball. But what's not common about the Hamilton College Continentals is that they have beaten all but one team this year and did not get a top seed in the Division III playoff tournament. You see, they chose not to participate. 20 years ago, the conference that Hamilton belongs to, the New England Small College Athletic Conference, decided that postseason tournaments, other than their own conference tournament, detract too much from the pursuit of academic excellence.
It's really not an issue. Literally no one has come to see me or talk to me, nor is it with alumni, because again, they understand the rules, they understand the philosophy of our athletic program, and so it's an issue to the media outside. I mean, there's been a lot of press about it, and I think it's just a way of underscoring the primacy of academic values at the campus. We're very proud of what the team has done, and it's the pride that's showing through right now.
It may not be an issue for the administration of Hamilton, but it does seem to rankle more than one student.
I think it's a travesty that we can't play. We have 2 All-Americans on the squad. We play real hard every game. We're 25-0. I think there's no doubt that we're going to win the ECAC. We've beaten everyone we've played this year, and I think we should be allowed to defend, at least defend the #1 ranking.
Everybody's behind the team. They all want to go to the Nationals. I don't think anybody really thinks that it would make that much of a difference to anybody's academics.
The irony of the Hamilton situation is that athletes in individual sports such as golf, tennis, swimming, and track can compete as individuals for a national title, but teams of individuals cannot.
National championships raise the ante. They put more pressure on the program than we want, and what we want really is for, as I say, for academic, classroom life, campus life to be primary.
I understand that the college has this policy, and I understand that the academics come first, and they can't really make exceptions because this year our basketball team could go to the, to the finals. But it's unfortunate that the team has come this far, and they won't be able to really grasp the #1 seat because they can't go to the competition.
Tom Murphy has coached Hamilton for 20 years under the no tournament rule, and has compiled an impressive record of 335 wins and 157 losses. He says he would like to have been able to take his team, particularly this year, to the NCAA tournament, but he tries to keep it all in perspective.
It is a game. It's not a life or death situation, and I think that's the great thing about Division III athletics is that the kids play because they want to play, not because they have to play. Try to play every game as if it was an NCAA championship game, and I think that's why we've had some success this year. We try to treat every practice, every game like it's something that you should put 100% into, and we'd like to go to the NCAA tournament because it's a chance to play more games, and as long as there's a game to be played, we'd like to be part of it. What I'd like to be able to say when it's all over is that our kids worked hard every second on the court, whether we win or lose.
So while the rest of the teams in Division III hit the boards in their bid for a national title, the young men of Hamilton College hit the books, preparing for a bigger game with much more at stake.
We beat Rochester. That was the big game for us. That was our national championship, basically. And we beat them pretty good.
When Central New York basketball fans think of college hoops this time of year, they think of one thing, the 7th-ranked SU Orangemen in the Carrier Dome. But there is another team in the area that is having a better season. The Hamilton College Continentals are 20-0 and ranked #1 in Division III.
We got a great chemistry going because we're all great friends off the court as well. It really helps us to play together well. No one's selfish out there. We always play as a team.
I mean, our kids really love the game of basketball. I mean, they got to give some things up to play here, and we really work them hard. But the difference, I think, sometimes with Division III and Division I is the Division III kid plays because he wants to play. Sometimes the Division I kid plays because he has to, because he's on scholarship.
Murphy's been coaching basketball in Hamilton for 20 years. He likes how Division III puts the emphasis on academics ahead of athletics.
It's not life or death. There's other things a lot more important than a basketball game. When the game's going on, we are going to be as focused as humanly possible, and we are going to work as hard as we can, but it's only a game, and as long as our kids give us 100% effort, we're proud of them, win or lose.
But since Murphy has been on board, it's been mostly winning. The Continentals have won 9 ECAC championships over the last 16 years. Because Hamilton College is a member of the New England Small College Athletic Conference, they're not allowed to go to postseason play in the NCAA Division III tournament.
We try not to let us get it down, but when you're having a year like we're having, it kind of hurts because we would like to go, but we all knew we wouldn't be able to go when we first came here.
I really don't agree with the president's stance on it. You know, we are members of the conference, and we are going to follow the rules as long as we're in it, so that's our position. I mean, we're in the conference. We're very honest with the kids that we recruit. We're trying to get the rule changed, but as of now, we haven't. So when the kids come here, they basically know that. But we expect our kids to play as hard every night as if they were playing in the final of the NCAA championship game.
Reporting for CBS News, I'm John Eves.